Imagine standing at the finish line of your dreams, your hands raised in triumph, your heart full of joy, and your mind filled with the satisfaction of overcoming every challenge that stood in your way. Now realize that this vision is not a distant fantasy, but a possibility within your reach. Victory isn't reserved for a select few. It's available to anyone willing to reach for it with commitment, resilience, and belief. Victory begins within, where belief in oneself resides, and from there it finds its way outward into your actions, your persistence, and your journey. Victory begins within. It starts in the quiet, unseen places of your mind, where your beliefs, thoughts, and visions reside. At its core, victory is more than just achieving a goal or reaching an endpoint. It is a state of mind, a way of being, and a deeply rooted sense of purpose and worthiness. True victory doesn't wait for external validation or a final outcome. It originates from the belief that you are capable of achieving what you desire. Victory begins within, because everything we achieve in the external world first takes shape in our inner world. The person who believes they are strong, resilient, and deserving of success will approach challenges differently than the person who doubts their worth. Our beliefs about ourselves set the stage for how we handle adversity, take risks, and embrace opportunities. When we cultivate inner conviction, we build a solid foundation that makes any external victory possible, regardless of how challenging the journey may seem. This inner victory is built from self-awareness, a trait that helps you understand both your strengths and areas for growth. Awareness of who you are and what you're capable of is empowering. It enables you to tap into your unique gifts, talents, and perspectives, and brings clarity on how to pursue your goals. Through this self-awareness, you recognize your potential, learn to silence self-doubt, and grow from past mistakes. Rather than allowing challenges to discourage you, you come to see them as opportunities to become even stronger. Another component of inner victory is discipline. Discipline often begins with small, daily choices that might seem insignificant, but cumulatively lead to transformation. Committing to consistency in your actions, thoughts, and routines builds a sense of mastery over yourself. Each day that you show up for yourself, pushing a little further, making those sacrifices, and choosing growth, you fortify the roots of your inner victory. This self-discipline allows you to persist in the face of setbacks and strengthens your ability to stay focused even when results are slow or obstacles seem insurmountable. Courage is another crucial aspect of the victory within. True courage isn't the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward despite it. It's the willingness to step out of comfort zones and venture into unknown territories, trusting in your capacity to adapt and grow. The person who nurtures inner courage finds that their goals, however ambitious, are achievable. When victory is anchored in inner courage, you learn to view failure as a stepping stone rather than a dead end. You understand that growth requires taking risks and being willing to experience discomfort for the sake of improvement. Courage fuels resilience, helping you stay determined when the path becomes challenging. Self-compassion is also vital to inner victory. It may not seem related to success, but being kind to yourself builds a foundation of confidence and resilience. Recognizing your inherent worth and treating yourself with kindness allows you to recover quickly from setbacks. Instead of internalizing failure as a reflection of who you are, you learn to see it as just one part of the journey. This compassion frees you from the paralyzing grip of shame and self-criticism, allowing you to get up, reflect, and keep moving forward. Vision plays a crucial role in the victory within. To achieve any significant external accomplishment, you must first have a vision, a mental image of what you want to create or become. This vision is not just a fleeting dream, but a clear and compelling goal that gives direction and purpose to your actions. When you hold this vision in your mind, it becomes a source of motivation and inspiration. It reminds you why you're putting in the work, facing challenges, and enduring hardships. A strong inner vision creates an emotional connection to your goals, helping you to stay focused and energized even when progress is slow. Finally, inner victory is sustained by faith. Faith in yourself, faith in the process, and faith in the possibility of achieving your dreams. This faith is a deep-seated belief that regardless of the obstacles you encounter, you have what it takes to succeed. Faith provides strength when circumstances are tough, and hope when the road seems long. It helps you see beyond the temporary challenges and trust in a brighter outcome. Faith keeps you going when logic says it's time to give up. When you nurture these qualities, self-awareness, discipline, courage, self-compassion, vision, and faith, you lay a foundation of victory that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. Progress is built in small steps. Each small step, no matter how modest, accumulates and paves the way for growth, success, and fulfillment. Often, when we think of achieving our goals, we envision large, decisive actions that instantly bring results. But true, lasting progress doesn't usually come from giant leaps. It emerges from steady, incremental advances that form the backbone of any journey toward meaningful achievement. Small steps hold power because they are sustainable. Big changes can be exciting but are often difficult to maintain. A sudden, intense burst of action might feel transformative at first, but without a consistent, manageable approach, it's challenging to keep up momentum. In contrast, smaller steps are easier to incorporate into your daily life. They don't overwhelm or exhaust you, making it possible to keep going without burning out. By setting small, achievable goals, you create a sense of rhythm and routine that builds confidence over time. When you take small steps, you give yourself the opportunity to experience many successes along the way. These small victories provide an essential boost to your motivation, acting as proof that you're moving in the right direction. Each success, however small, reinforces your belief in yourself and your ability to reach your goals. These incremental accomplishments accumulate, creating a foundation that can support larger achievements. They act as constant reminders that you are capable of progress, inspiring you to keep pushing forward even when the end goal still feels distant. Small steps allow for flexibility and adaptability. As you progress, you gain insights and learn more about your goals, your strengths, and the challenges ahead. Taking small steps provides room for adjustment along the way, enabling you to refine your approach as needed. If something doesn't work as expected, you have the flexibility to make adjustments without experiencing a significant setback. This adaptability is invaluable because it allows your journey to be a dynamic process, evolving as you gain new insights and experiences. Patience is a key part of building progress through small steps. In a world that often values instant gratification, it's easy to feel discouraged when results don't appear immediately. However, embracing a mindset of patience allows you to focus on the process rather than the outcome. Each small step becomes meaningful when you understand that lasting change and real progress take time. This patience helps you stay grounded and focused, giving you the resilience to keep going even when the journey seems long or progress feels slow. The accumulation of these small steps, taken with patience, creates a stable, enduring foundation for success. Building progress with small steps also fosters discipline. Consistency is one of the most important elements of success, and taking small, regular actions reinforces the habit of showing up for yourself day after day. Discipline is cultivated when you commit to these manageable steps, no matter how you feel in the moment. Each small effort becomes a commitment to your goals, strengthening your self-discipline and helping you to maintain focus. Over time, this consistency builds the self-trust that's essential for achieving long-term goals, as you learn to rely on yourself to keep moving forward, even when challenges arise. Small steps offer the space for reflection and self-awareness. When you approach your goals one step at a time, you have the opportunity to pause, evaluate, and gain insights into what's working and what could be improved. This reflection is valuable because it keeps you aligned with your goals and prevents burnout. By taking the time to assess each small step, you gain a deeper understanding of your motivations, strengths, and areas for improvement. These insights allow you to fine-tune your approach and make better decisions, ultimately enhancing your progress over time. Taking small steps also helps you overcome fear and self-doubt. Large goals can often feel intimidating, leading to feelings of overwhelm or even paralysis. When a goal seems too big, it's easy to doubt your ability to achieve it. However, breaking it down into small, manageable steps makes the process less daunting. Each small step becomes a manageable task, and as you complete one step after another, you build confidence in your ability to reach the next milestone. This gradual process of overcoming small challenges accumulates into a sense of empowerment, making larger goals feel more attainable over time. Small steps remind you that progress is a journey, not a destination. In focusing on small, achievable actions, you become more engaged with the process rather than fixating solely on the outcome. This shift in focus brings fulfillment and satisfaction in the present moment, as each step becomes a meaningful part of the journey rather than a means to an end. Engaging in the journey in this way fosters a deeper connection to your goals, helping you remain motivated and inspired as you move forward. Each of these small steps, when taken consistently and intentionally, becomes a building block of meaningful progress. They create a path that leads to substantial growth, personal transformation, and success, ensuring that your achievements are sustainable and grounded in resilience, patience, and inner strength. Setbacks are stepping stones, each one an opportunity for growth, resilience, and self-discovery. At first glance, setbacks can feel like interruptions in our journey, obstacles that hinder progress or even push us further from our goals. However, when we view them as stepping stones, we start to recognize their hidden value. Each setback teaches us something about ourselves, our goals, and the path we're on. They aren't just moments to endure, but experiences that can ultimately shape and strengthen us in ways that smooth paths cannot. One of the most powerful lessons setbacks offer is the chance to develop resilience. Facing and overcoming challenges builds mental and emotional strength. When we confront difficulties, we learn to adapt, stretch beyond our comfort zones, and develop the perseverance required to navigate future obstacles. This resilience doesn't just help us overcome the current setback, it becomes an asset we carry forward, making us stronger and more capable of handling whatever comes our way. The more setbacks we face and learn from, the more resilient we become, turning each challenge into a stepping stone toward an unshakable foundation. Setbacks also provide clarity, helping us see our goals and strategies from a new perspective. When things don't go as planned, we're forced to evaluate our approach, assess our methods, and sometimes even reconsider our goals. In this process, we gain valuable insights into what's truly important to us and what may need adjusting. Setbacks can reveal weaknesses in our plans, highlight areas where we need to improve, and help us refine our strategies. This clarity can prevent future mistakes and enable us to move forward with a sharper, more focused approach. Adaptability is another essential skill that setbacks teach us. Life is unpredictable, and the ability to adapt to unforeseen circumstances is crucial for long-term success. Setbacks push us to find new ways to tackle problems, encouraging us to think creatively and approach situations from different angles. They challenge us to be flexible in our thinking, open to new solutions, and willing to change course when necessary. This adaptability not only helps us overcome the current challenge, but also equips us to handle future challenges with a more versatile mindset. Setbacks serve as moments of reflection and self-assessment. They prompt us to slow down, take a step back, and consider where we are and where we're going. In the hustle of chasing goals, it's easy to become so focused on moving forward that we forget to check in with ourselves. Setbacks interrupt this flow, giving us a chance to pause and reflect on our progress, our motivations, and our purpose. Through this introspection, we may discover that our goals have evolved, that our initial approach wasn't aligned with our values, or that we need to change direction altogether. This process of self-assessment ultimately leads to a deeper understanding of ourselves and a more meaningful pursuit of our goals. Setbacks help to cultivate humility and patience, two qualities that are essential for long-term success and personal growth. It's easy to feel confident when everything is going well, but setbacks humble us, reminding us that we are human and that growth is not always linear. This humility helps us stay grounded, open to learning, and aware that there is always room for improvement. Patience, on the other hand, is developed as we learn to accept that progress may take time and that some obstacles can't be overcome overnight. Together, humility and patience help us approach our goals with a balanced perspective, avoiding the pitfalls of arrogance or frustration, that can arise when things don't go according to plan. One of the greatest gifts of setbacks is the opportunity to build self-confidence. Overcoming challenges and learning from mistakes reinforces our belief in our own capabilities. Each time we confront a setback and rise above it, we prove to ourselves that we are capable of handling adversity. This experience builds self-assurance, reminding us that setbacks do not define us, rather, our response to them does. With every setback we overcome, we grow more confident in our ability to face whatever lies ahead. Setbacks often bring unexpected lessons and insights that can contribute to our success in ways we hadn't anticipated. While a setback might initially feel like a detour, it can introduce us to new skills, people, or opportunities that enhance our journey. These lessons might reveal strengths we didn't know we had, weaknesses we need to address, or skills we need to develop. In this way, setbacks enrich our journey, equipping us with tools and knowledge that ultimately bring us closer to our goals. Setbacks foster gratitude and appreciation. When we face challenges, we come to value the moments of progress and success even more. Setbacks remind us not to take our achievements for granted and to celebrate even the small victories along the way. This sense of gratitude keeps us motivated, reminding us that every step forward, no matter how small, is a testament to our hard work and dedication. When we embrace setbacks as stepping stones, we begin to see them not as hindrances but as integral parts of our journey, each one contributing to our growth, resilience, and ultimate success. Embrace challenges as part of the journey. Challenges are inevitable elements of any meaningful path, and rather than trying to avoid them, we gain more by welcoming them as opportunities for growth and learning. Challenges come in many forms: unexpected obstacles, setbacks, or moments when things don't go as planned. When we choose to see these moments as integral parts of our journey, we unlock a mindset that empowers us to learn from difficulties rather than be discouraged by them. Embracing challenges shifts our perspective, allowing us to transform obstacles into valuable stepping stones toward our goals. One of the most powerful outcomes of embracing challenges is the resilience it builds within us. When we encounter obstacles and choose to confront them, we strengthen our capacity to withstand hardships. Resilience is developed through the repeated practice of facing challenges, adapting, and persevering. Each challenge we face and overcome contributes to an inner strength that not only prepares us for future obstacles, but also instills in us the confidence that we can handle adversity. Embracing challenges, therefore, becomes a way of building emotional and mental resilience that we carry forward in all areas of our lives. Challenges also offer us a unique opportunity for self-discovery. When we step outside of our comfort zones, we're often confronted with parts of ourselves we wouldn't encounter otherwise. We learn about our fears, our limitations, our strengths, and our true desires. These insights may not always be comfortable, but they are essential for personal growth. In moments of challenge, we discover our capacity to push beyond perceived limits, to stretch ourselves in ways we might not have thought possible. Each challenge becomes a mirror, reflecting our deepest qualities and potential, and helping us gain clarity on who we are and what we're capable of achieving. Another crucial benefit of embracing challenges is the chance to cultivate adaptability. Life is rarely predictable, and being able to adapt to changes and obstacles is essential for progress. Challenges force us to think creatively and approach situations from new perspectives. They prompt us to reconsider our strategies, develop new solutions, and innovate. Embracing challenges as part of the journey encourages us to be flexible and open to change, traits that serve us well, not only in the present, but also in future endeavors. Adaptability allows us to remain agile in the face of uncertainty, enhancing our ability to navigate whatever the journey brings. Challenges can also deepen our sense of purpose and commitment. When we face obstacles on the way to our goals, we are often prompted to ask ourselves why we are pursuing them in the first place. Challenges test our resolve and encourage us to connect more deeply with our motivations. In doing so, we become more grounded in our intentions, developing a clearer understanding of what truly matters to us. This renewed sense of purpose can reignite our passion and determination, reminding us of why we embarked on the journey in the first place. Embracing challenges, therefore, helps us build a stronger, more purposeful connection to our goals. One of the most valuable lessons that challenges teach us is patience. It's easy to become discouraged when we encounter difficulties, but embracing these moments as part of the journey reminds us that progress is not always linear. Challenges teach us to slow down, to appreciate each step of the process, and to understand that lasting success requires time and effort. This patience prevents us from rushing through the journey and helps us find fulfillment in the small steps along the way. By embracing challenges, we learn to appreciate the process of growth itself, finding value in each moment rather than solely focusing on the end result. Embracing challenges also builds discipline and consistency. When we encounter obstacles, we're forced to commit to our goals in a deeper way. Overcoming challenges requires us to show up consistently, to put in the work even when it's difficult, and to maintain our focus in the face of adversity. This process builds the discipline necessary for long-term success. Discipline, cultivated through challenges, becomes a reliable companion on our journey, helping us remain steadfast and focused. It reminds us that true progress requires persistence and that every obstacle overcome is a testament to our dedication. Moreover, challenges provide valuable lessons that we can carry forward. Each difficulty we face contains a lesson about what works, what doesn't, and how we can improve. These lessons add to our knowledge and understanding, equipping us with insights that can prevent future setbacks or guide us more effectively. By viewing challenges as learning opportunities, we transform each obstacle into a source of wisdom. Over time, these lessons accumulate, becoming a reservoir of experience and knowledge that enhances our journey and contributes to our growth. Challenges foster humility and gratitude. When we face difficulties, we are reminded of our limitations and the reality that we don't always have complete control. This humility keeps us grounded and opens us to the support of others, reminding us that seeking help or collaboration is a strength, not a weakness. In overcoming challenges, we also develop a deeper appreciation for the moments of ease and success, cultivating gratitude for each step of progress. This gratitude enriches our journey, reminding us to value both the highs and the lows, knowing that each contributes to our overall growth. Ultimately, embracing challenges as part of the journey allows us to develop a growth-oriented mindset. When we see obstacles not as hindrances but as opportunities, we become more resilient, adaptable, and self-aware. We begin to understand that challenges are an essential part of any worthwhile pursuit, bringing valuable lessons, strengths, and insights that shape us into who we need to be to achieve our goals. In welcoming challenges, we find strength, resilience, and a greater sense of purpose in our journey, allowing us to move forward with confidence, patience, and determination. Courage and resilience are essential qualities for anyone pursuing meaningful goals or navigating life's inevitable challenges. These two qualities work hand in hand, creating a powerful foundation that enables us to move forward even in the face of fear, uncertainty, or setbacks. Courage is the initial spark that pushes us to confront difficult situations or to take risks, while resilience is the strength that sustains us through prolonged adversity and enables us to bounce back when things don't go as planned. Together, courage and resilience form a dynamic duo that empowers us to not only pursue our dreams but also to grow and evolve through every challenge. Courage is the force that drives us to step outside our comfort zones. It is the voice within that urges us to try something new, to stand up for our beliefs, or to pursue a path that may seem daunting. Courage doesn't mean the absence of fear, rather. It means acting in spite of it. When we summon the courage to face our fears, we open ourselves to new experiences and opportunities for growth. Whether it's starting a new career, embarking on a personal project, or speaking up in a challenging situation, courage enables us to take the first step toward our goals. Without courage, we would remain stuck in a place of comfort and security, never realizing our full potential. Resilience, on the other hand, is the quality that allows us to persevere in the face of obstacles. While courage may get us started, resilience is what keeps us going when the going gets tough. Resilience is the ability to withstand setbacks, adapt to change, and recover from disappointments. It's the inner strength that enables us to maintain our commitment to our goals, even when we encounter roadblocks or when things don't go as planned. Resilience is not just about enduring hardship, but about learning and growing from it. Each time we face a challenge and come out on the other side, our resilience deepens, making us more capable of handling future difficulties. Courage and resilience are closely connected. Without courage, we may never put ourselves in situations that require resilience. Similarly, without resilience, our courage may falter when faced with adversity. When we cultivate both qualities, we become empowered to take risks and to persist in the face of setbacks. This combination of courage and resilience creates a mindset that views challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than as threats. It allows us to approach life with an open mind and a willingness to embrace both the highs and lows of the journey. One of the most profound effects of courage and resilience is the confidence they build within us. When we face challenges head-on, we prove to ourselves that we are capable of handling difficult situations. Each time we confront a fear or overcome a setback, we reinforce our belief in our abilities. This self-confidence is invaluable because it not only makes us more willing to take on new challenges, but also helps us to remain calm and focused when we encounter obstacles. Courage and resilience teach us that we are stronger than we may have realized, and that we have the power to navigate whatever life throws our way. Courage and resilience also foster a sense of purpose. When we are willing to face challenges and persist through adversity, we are more likely to stay true to our values and goals. It's easy to follow a path when everything is going smoothly, but it takes real courage and resilience to stick to our principles when things become difficult. By remaining steadfast in our pursuit of what truly matters to us, we develop a deep sense of purpose and direction. This purpose serves as a guiding light, helping us to stay motivated and committed even during tough times. Courage and resilience help us build adaptability, an essential skill in a constantly changing world. When we are courageous, we're more willing to embrace new situations, even if they feel uncomfortable. Resilience, in turn, allows us to adjust and find our footing when things don't go as expected. Together, these qualities make us more flexible and better equipped to handle change. Adaptability allows us to respond to challenges with creativity and resourcefulness, seeing them as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than as insurmountable barriers. Another valuable aspect of courage and resilience is the impact they have on our relationships. When we demonstrate courage, we inspire others to face their own fears and pursue their goals. Resilience, meanwhile, shows others that it's possible to overcome hardship and to keep moving forward. By embodying these qualities, we become a source of strength and encouragement for those around us. Courage and resilience also foster empathy, as our own experiences with difficulty allow us to better understand and support others who may be facing similar challenges. Courage and resilience ultimately shape our character. Each time we summon the courage to face a challenge or call upon our resilience to persevere, we are reinforcing values like determination, integrity, and grit. These qualities become a part of who we are, guiding our actions and decisions in all areas of life. As we grow in courage and resilience, we also grow in integrity, becoming individuals who are true to their principles even in the face of adversity. This integrity is a foundation upon which we can build a life that is authentic and fulfilling. Through courage and resilience, we develop a mindset that values growth over comfort and progress over perfection. We learn to appreciate the journey, recognizing that each challenge and setback is a stepping stone toward our goals. This mindset transforms the way we approach life, allowing us to see challenges as opportunities rather than threats. By cultivating courage and resilience, we equip ourselves with the tools to navigate life's complexities, pursue our passions, and become the best versions of ourselves. Holding on to your vision is one of the most crucial aspects of achieving success and fulfillment. The vision serves as your internal compass, guiding you through both the highs and lows, the victories and setbacks. It provides direction, clarity, and a sense of purpose that keeps you motivated, especially during challenging times. Having a vision means more than just setting a goal. It's about creating a mental picture of the future you want, and using that image to drive your daily actions and decisions. When you hold on to your vision, You give yourself a powerful tool that helps keep you focused and resilient, no matter what obstacles arise. The strength of a vision lies in its ability to keep us grounded and centered, even in turbulent times. Life is full of distractions and unexpected twists, which can easily derail us if we don't have a clear sense of where we're headed. A compelling vision serves as a reminder of what truly matters, helping us to prioritize our actions and make choices that align with our larger purpose. When you're firmly anchored in your vision, you're less likely to be swayed by temporary setbacks or the opinions of others. Your vision becomes a guiding force that keeps you on track, ensuring that you stay committed to your path. Holding on to your vision also fuels motivation and passion. The road to achieving any worthwhile goal is rarely smooth. There will be times when progress feels slow, and the temptation to give up looms large. In such moments, reconnecting with your vision can reignite your passion and remind you why you started in the first place. It serves as a wellspring of inspiration, allowing you to tap into the excitement and enthusiasm that initially sparked your journey. When your vision is vivid and emotionally charged, it has the power to keep you motivated through the tough times, helping you to push forward when others might give up. In addition to motivation, a strong vision provides clarity. In a world filled with endless choices and potential distractions, knowing what you truly want helps you make more deliberate and purposeful decisions. Each decision you make can be weighed against your vision, allowing you to assess whether it brings you closer to or further from your goals. This clarity simplifies decision-making, reduces indecision, and minimizes the risk of getting sidetracked by less important pursuits. When you have a clear vision, it becomes easier to distinguish between opportunities that align with your goals and those that might lead you off course. Another advantage of holding on to your vision is the resilience it fosters. The pursuit of a meaningful goal will inevitably involve challenges and setbacks. Without a strong vision, it's easy to become discouraged when things don't go as planned. However, when you're deeply connected to your vision, you're more likely to view obstacles as temporary setbacks rather than insurmountable barriers. This mindset allows you to bounce back from failures, learn from mistakes, and approach challenges with a sense of optimism and determination. A vision helps you to see the bigger picture, reminding you that setbacks are just part of the journey, and that every challenge brings you one step closer to realizing your dreams. Holding on to your vision also shapes your daily habits and actions. When you have a clear sense of where you're headed, you're more likely to engage in activities that support your progress. You begin to prioritize tasks that move you closer to your goals, while reducing time spent on things that don't align with your vision. This focus on intentional action creates a momentum that compounds over time, allowing you to make steady progress toward your goals. By consistently aligning your actions with your vision, you build a foundation of discipline and commitment that is essential for long-term success. Moreover, a vision has a transformative effect on your mindset. When you hold on to a compelling vision, it begins to influence the way you think, feel, and perceive the world around you. You start to see opportunities where others might see obstacles, and you approach challenges with a solutions-oriented mindset. This shift in perspective helps you to maintain a positive outlook, even in the face of adversity. Your vision becomes a source of inner strength, helping you to stay optimistic, confident, and persistent. As you continue to nurture and develop your vision, it shapes not only your goals, but also your identity, guiding you to become the person you need to be in order to achieve your dreams. A strong vision also attracts support and collaboration. When you're passionate and committed to a clear vision, it resonates with others who share similar values and goals. This alignment often draws people into your life who can offer support, guidance, or resources that help you move closer to your vision. By holding on to your vision, you create a powerful ripple effect that can inspire others and build a network of like-minded individuals who believe in your potential. This sense of community and shared purpose can be incredibly motivating, reinforcing your belief in your vision and providing you with encouragement during difficult times. Holding on to your vision cultivates patience and persistence. Achieving significant goals requires time and effort, and it's easy to become discouraged if results don't materialize quickly. A vision reminds you that the journey is just as important as the destination. It teaches you to appreciate the process of growth and development, fostering a sense of patience and resilience. By focusing on your vision, you learn to embrace the journey with all its ups and downs, trusting that each step is bringing you closer to your goal. This patience, combined with a relentless commitment to your vision, becomes a powerful force that keeps you moving forward with unwavering determination. Each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to victory. Progress is often incremental, and success rarely happens in a single, sweeping moment. Instead, it is the culmination of countless small actions and steady steps toward your goal. Every step you take is an investment in your future, moving you one step closer to your desired outcome. These small, seemingly minor actions may not appear significant in isolation, but they add up over time, building momentum that pushes you toward victory. Understanding and embracing this truth can shift your mindset, giving you the patience and perseverance to keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow. Taking each step forward is crucial because it represents commitment. Every action, however small, is a testament to your dedication and willingness to invest in your goals. Committing to consistent forward movement creates a habit of discipline, strengthening your ability to keep going even in the face of obstacles. This commitment is what separates those who reach their goals from those who fall short. It's easy to take action when everything is going smoothly, but true growth occurs when you continue to make progress even when challenges arise. Every step forward becomes a demonstration of your resilience and determination, qualities that are essential for any meaningful achievement. These steps also serve as valuable learning experiences. Each action you take, regardless of the outcome, provides you with feedback. You begin to see what works and what doesn't, refining your approach along the way. This process of trial and error helps you grow, adapt, and improve, making each subsequent step more effective and strategic. Instead of viewing missteps or setbacks as failures, you can see them as opportunities to learn and adjust. This approach not only accelerates your progress but also builds your confidence and trust in your own abilities. By taking each step with an open mind, you transform the journey into a continuous learning experience that prepares you for long-term success. Furthermore, taking steps toward your goal generates momentum. Momentum is a powerful force that makes it easier to keep moving forward. When you're in motion, even if it's at a slow pace, you're less likely to become stagnant or lose motivation. Every step you take builds on the previous one, creating a sense of continuity and flow that propels you forward. This momentum is invaluable during tough times, as it keeps you from becoming overwhelmed by the size of your goals. Instead of focusing on the distance left to travel, you're focused on each individual step, making the journey feel manageable and attainable. Each step forward also builds self-confidence. When you see yourself making progress, no matter how small, you begin to trust your ability to succeed. Every time you overcome a challenge or complete a task, you reinforce your belief in your own potential. This self-belief is critical because it shapes the way you approach future obstacles. When you know you're capable of making progress, you're more likely to take on bigger challenges with a positive and determined attitude. Confidence is built through action, and each forward step adds another layer to your confidence, making you feel more empowered and ready to tackle what lies ahead. Another powerful aspect of taking each step forward is the sense of achievement it brings. Setting and achieving small milestones along the way provides you with a series of victories that keep you motivated. These smaller accomplishments may not be the ultimate goal, but they serve as reminders that you're on the right path and that your efforts are paying off. Celebrating these small wins can help you stay positive and focused, reinforcing your commitment to keep moving forward. Recognizing the value of each step allows you to appreciate the journey itself, making the pursuit of your goals more enjoyable and fulfilling. Each forward step serves as a testament to your perseverance. In the pursuit of any goal, it's easy to feel discouraged. especially when progress seems slow or obstacles appear daunting. But each step forward, no matter how small, represents a victory over inertia, doubt, and fear. By continuing to move forward, you're proving to yourself that you have the resilience to keep going, even when the going gets tough. This perseverance becomes a defining characteristic, helping you to build a strong foundation of inner strength that will serve you in all areas of life. The more you persevere, the more resilient you become, preparing you to face future challenges with greater confidence and resolve. Taking each step forward also shifts your focus from the outcome to the process. When you're focused on simply making progress each day, you become less fixated on the end result and more engaged in the journey itself. This shift in focus can reduce feelings of stress or overwhelm, as you're no longer viewing success as a distant, all-or-nothing goal. Instead, you're focused on what you can do today, right now, to move closer to your goal. This process-oriented mindset encourages you to stay present, making it easier to enjoy the journey and find satisfaction in each step along the way. Each step forward creates a sense of alignment between your intentions and your actions. It's one thing to have a goal in mind, but it's another to actively work toward it every day. When you take action that aligns with your vision, you're demonstrating to yourself that you're committed to your goals, not just in theory, but in practice. This alignment between your intentions and your actions builds a sense of integrity and authenticity, reinforcing your identity as someone who follows through on their commitments. This sense of alignment brings a deep sense of satisfaction, as you know that each step is bringing you closer to the life you envision. Each step forward ultimately becomes part of a larger narrative. When you look back on your journey, you'll see that every action, every challenge, and every success contributed to your growth and progress. In conclusion, remember that victory is within your reach, but it requires a deep commitment to the journey itself. Each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your vision. By embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, seeing setbacks as stepping stones, and holding on to the clarity of your purpose, you're already creating the path to success. Trust in the power of persistence and resilience, for it is through courage and determination that the greatest victories are won. Keep moving forward with unwavering faith in your own potential, knowing that every effort, every challenge faced, and every small win is paving the way to a triumph that is uniquely yours. Pause for a moment and look within. What do you see? Is it a glimmer of hope, a burning desire, or a faint whisper of doubt? Whatever you perceive, know this: you stand on the precipice of greatness. All that you have dreamed of, all that you have longed for, is already preparing itself for you. The seeds you planted in the fertile soil of imagination are ready to bloom. But remember, the world reflects not what you want, but what you are. You are about to be wildly successful because you are success itself, embodied and expressed. Your success is not a distant possibility. It is your present reality waiting for your acknowledgement. The moment you claim it, it claims you. Everything you experience in the outer world is a reflection of your inner state. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs act as a mirror, projecting your internal world onto the canvas of reality. Consider this for a moment: every success you desire, every breakthrough you long for, already exists in potential form. It is not created externally, but is summoned into being through the alignment of your inner world. The universe is responsive, not autonomous. It does not impose outcomes upon you. It responds to the vibration you consistently hold within. When you dwell in thoughts of limitation, you unknowingly construct barriers around your success. Fear, doubt, and negativity are not external forces, but seeds sown within, growing into obstacles that seem insurmountable. Conversely, when you choose thoughts of abundance, capability, and confidence, those seeds blossom into opportunities, breakthroughs, and the manifestation of your deepest aspirations. The outer world is neutral until your inner world imbues it with meaning and direction. This is why the practice of awareness is so vital. What are you allowing to dominate your mind? If you observe carefully, you'll notice patterns, repeated thoughts, and emotions that cycle through your consciousness. These patterns are the architects of your reality. If they are rooted in lack or fear, they will recreate those experiences externally. But when your inner narrative shifts to one of success, joy, and fulfillment, the outer world cannot help but mirror that transformation. Consider how this principle operates in the simplest of actions. Imagine stepping into a room where you expect rejection or failure. Your body language, your tone of voice, and your choices will unconsciously conform to that expectation, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now picture entering the same room with the unwavering belief that success is inevitable. Your presence, confidence, and energy shift, and the responses you receive from others align with your inner conviction. The circumstances may appear unchanged, but the results diverge entirely because your inner world shaped your outer experience. Even the most tangible aspects of life, relationships, finances, career achievements, are shaped first within. Success is not found in the external chase, but in the internal embrace. Before a fortune is amassed, the mindset of abundance must first be claimed. Before a relationship flourishes, the heart must be open and aligned with love. Before a goal is achieved, the belief in your capacity to achieve must be steadfastly held. This understanding is not merely theoretical but practical. It invites you to take ownership of your thoughts and feelings, recognizing their creative power. You are not a victim of circumstance, but a creator of reality. The mastery of your inner world is not optional if you wish to experience lasting success. It is the foundation upon which all greatness is built. The beauty of this truth lies in its simplicity. You need not force the outer world into compliance. You only need to transform the inner. Begin with awareness. Observe your habitual thoughts without judgment. Are they aligned with the success you desire, or do they contradict it? Shift them intentionally, persistently, and without compromise. When doubt arises, do not entertain it as truth, but as a fleeting echo of an old belief that no longer serves you. To replace it with the certainty that your vision is real and attainable. Your emotions are equally powerful in shaping your external reality. Joy, gratitude, and enthusiasm act as magnets for success. They are not merely responses to achievement, but catalysts for it. Cultivate these feelings deliberately, even when evidence of success has not yet appeared. The outer world always lags behind the inner. By the time you see the fruits of your efforts externally, they have already been rooted deeply within. The mastery of your inner world is not an overnight transformation, but a process of consistent practice. As you refine your thoughts, choose empowering beliefs, and elevate your emotional state, the outer world begins to reorganize itself to match the new blueprint you've created. What once seemed like an insurmountable challenge becomes an opportunity for growth. What appeared as scarcity transforms into abundance. The limitations you once accepted dissolve as your inner world expands to embrace infinite possibility. When you understand that the outer world is but a reflection, you are freed from the illusion of powerlessness. You no longer need to chase success. It flows naturally from the person you become within. Every shift in thought, every moment of emotional alignment is a brushstroke in the masterpiece of your life. The responsibility is profound, but so is the reward. You hold the power to shape not only your success, but your entire reality. The bridge between where you are now and the success you desire is not a matter of effort or struggle. It is the simple act of assumption. Assumption is the foundation of creation, the invisible force that transforms your inner conviction into external reality. When you assume something to be true, you are not merely thinking about it or wishing for it. You are claiming it as an undeniable fact, regardless of current circumstances. This act of inner certainty has the power to reshape the world around you. To assume success is to embody it now. It is not a distant hope or a future ambition, but a state of being that you inhabit in the present moment. You do not wait for proof, nor do you rely on external validation. Instead, you operate from the belief that success is already yours, and everything you do flows from that conviction. This is not delusion, but the creative principle at work. The outer world will always reorganize itself to reflect your inner state, and assumption is the most potent form of alignment. Think of assumption as planting a seed. When you plant a seed, you do so with the full expectation that it will grow. You do not stand over it in doubt or dig it up to check if it's sprouting. You assume its growth, and that assumption influences how you care for it, how you water it, and how you protect it from harm. Similarly, when you assume success, your actions, thoughts, and emotions naturally align with that belief. You begin to act, speak, and think as the successful version of yourself. This shift is not dependent on evidence. In fact, the assumption must come first. Most people wait for external signs before they allow themselves to feel successful, but this is a misunderstanding of how creation works. Success is not a response to external achievements. External achievements are a response to the inner assumption of success. When you grasp this, you realize that your power lies not in changing the outer conditions, but in claiming your desired reality internally. Consider how this plays out in daily life. A person who assumes success approaches challenges differently than one who assumes failure. They see obstacles as opportunities and setbacks as temporary. Their belief in their inevitable success gives them the resilience to persevere and the confidence to seize opportunities. This mindset is not a result of their circumstances. It is a choice they have made to assume success, regardless of what is happening around them. Assumption also influences how others perceive and respond to you. When you carry yourself as someone who is successful, you project an energy that attracts opportunities, resources, and collaborators. People are drawn to those who exude confidence and certainty because these qualities are rare and magnetic. Your assumption of success becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, creating a ripple effect that touches every aspect of your life. But assumption is more than just a mindset. It is a state of being. It requires that you fully immerse yourself in the feeling of success. What does it feel like to have achieved your dreams? How would you think, act, and speak if you were already successful? These questions are not hypothetical. They are tools for creating a reality. When you dwell in the feeling of success, you are not merely imagining it, you are living it internally, and the external world must conform to that state. Assumption is not about ignoring reality, but redefining it. The circumstances you see today are the result of past assumptions, and they hold no power over what you choose to assume now. Every moment is an opportunity to create anew, to let go of limiting beliefs, and to step into the reality of your choosing. The act of assumption is a declaration of your creative power, a statement that you are not bound by appearances, but are the master of your destiny. When you assume success, doubt and fear lose their grip. They may arise, but they no longer dictate your actions or your sense of self. Your inner conviction becomes the anchor that steadies you, the compass that guides you through uncertainty. You begin to trust not in the process, but in the outcome, knowing that success is not a possibility, but an inevitability. This practice requires consistency and discipline. You must guard your assumption against the influence of the outer world, remaining steadfast in your belief, even when reality seems to contradict it. This is not stubbornness, but faith in action. The more you assume success, the more natural it becomes, until it is no longer an effort, but your default state of being. As you master this principle, you will find that success is not something you achieve, but something you become. It is a state of consciousness, an inner reality that manifests effortlessly in the external world. Every assumption you hold shapes the course of your life, and success is but an assumption away. Success favors those who move with boldness, those who are unafraid to act in alignment with their deepest desires. To dare is to step beyond the boundaries of comfort and limitation, to claim the life you know is meant for you without hesitation or apology. The world does not reward hesitation or timidity. It responds to decisive action and unshakable confidence. Acting boldly is not merely about taking risks. It is about embodying the energy of certainty and moving as if your success is inevitable. When you dare to act boldly, you declare to yourself and to the universe that you are serious about your desires. It is not enough to dream or plan. Dreams remain intangible until they are brought to life through action. Plans are only blueprints until they are executed with conviction. Boldness bridges the gap between imagination and reality, turning potential into tangible results. It is a signal that you are willing to meet your desires halfway, opening the door for opportunities to rush in. Fear often stands as the greatest obstacle to bold action. It whispers doubts, questions your worth, and magnifies the risks. Yet fear is nothing more than a projection of the unknown, a shadow that dissipates the moment you step into it. Bold action is the antidote to fear, for it transforms uncertainty into momentum. When you act boldly, you take control of the narrative, shaping your own destiny instead of being a passive observer. Acting boldly also requires that you release the need for external validation. Many hesitate to pursue their desires fully because they wait for permission or approval. They seek assurance from others, fearing judgment or rejection. But boldness demands that you prioritize your inner conviction over external opinions. It is a decision to trust yourself, to honor your desires as valid and worthy, regardless of how they may be perceived. This principle applies to every area of life. In relationships, boldness means expressing your feelings and setting boundaries without fear of how others might respond. In your career, it means pursuing opportunities that stretch your capabilities, even if they seem beyond your reach. In personal growth, it means confronting your limitations and taking steps toward the version of yourself you aspire to become. Bold action is not reckless, it is purposeful, driven by a clear vision of your desires and a willingness to do what it takes to bring them to fruition. Boldness is also magnetic. When you act with confidence and clarity, you inspire others and attract resources, connections, and support. The world takes notice of those who move with intention, who are unafraid to take up space and make their presence known. This magnetism is not about arrogance, but about authenticity. Bold action is a reflection of self-belief, and that belief creates a ripple effect, encouraging others to step into their own power. To dare to act boldly is to acknowledge that your desires are not random or insignificant. They are the whispers of your potential, guiding you toward the life you are meant to live. Acting boldly is a way of honoring those desires, of treating them as sacred and worth pursuing with your whole being. It is a commitment to living fully, without regret or reservation. Bold action also accelerates manifestation. When you take decisive steps toward your desires, you send a clear signal to the universe that you are ready. This readiness creates a momentum that draws opportunities and aligns circumstances in your favor. Each bold step builds upon the last, creating a compounding effect that brings your vision closer to reality with every move. Resistance often arises when you consider bold action, but this resistance is a sign that you are on the verge of growth. The discomfort of stepping outside your comfort zone is a necessary part of the process, a sign that you are breaking free from old patterns and stepping into a new level of possibility. Boldness requires courage, but courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to act in spite of it. When you dare to act boldly, you also give yourself permission to fail. Bold action does not guarantee immediate success, but it guarantees progress. Every step, whether it leads to triumph or a lesson, moves you closer to your ultimate goal. Failure is not a setback, but a stepping stone, a necessary part of the journey that refines your approach and strengthens your resolve. The act of daring boldly is not limited to grand gestures. It is equally powerful in small, consistent actions taken with intention and determination. Boldness is a mindset, a way of approaching life that prioritizes growth, authenticity, and alignment with your desires. It is about saying yes to opportunities that scare you, no to distractions that drain you, and always choosing to move forward, even when the path is unclear. Every bold action you take reinforces your belief in yourself. It strengthens your confidence and expands your sense of what is possible. With each step, you become more aligned with the version of yourself that lives in harmony with your desires, creating a feedback loop of empowerment and success. Boldness is the fuel for transformation, the catalyst that turns dreams into reality, and the hallmark of those who achieve extraordinary results. The fear of failure is the invisible chain that holds many people back from realizing their full potential. It is not the actual act of failing that paralyzes, it is the imagined consequences, the fear of judgment, and the mistaken belief that failure defines who you are. To release the fear of failure is to reclaim your power, to free yourself from the illusion that mistakes diminish your worth, and to embrace the truth that every failure is simply a stepping stone on the path to success. Failure is not the enemy, it is a teacher. It holds within it the lessons necessary for growth, clarity, and refinement. When you shift your perspective on failure, you no longer see it as something to avoid, but as an essential part of your journey. Every misstep, setback, or stumble carries wisdom, pointing you toward a deeper understanding of yourself and your desires. To fear failure is to fear learning, and to fear learning is to fear progress. The root of the fear of failure often lies in external judgment. Society has conditioned many to equate failure with inadequacy, to see it as evidence of incompetence or weakness. But failure is not a reflection of your value, it is an indication that you are trying, growing, and pushing beyond your current limits. Those who never fail are those who never attempt anything meaningful. To release the fear of failure is to detach your self-worth from outcomes, recognizing that you are inherently valuable regardless of results. Releasing the fear of failure begins with redefining it. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the process. The most successful people in the world are those who have failed the most, not because they are inherently flawed, but because they dared to try repeatedly until they succeeded. They understand that failure is not final, it is feedback. It is a signal that something needs to be adjusted, refined, or approached differently. Each failure is a course correction, guiding you closer to your desired outcome. The fear of failure often manifests as hesitation, procrastination, or a reluctance to take risks. These behaviors are not protective, they are limiting. They keep you confined within the boundaries of what feels safe, preventing you from exploring the vast potential of what is possible. To release the fear of failure is to take action in spite of uncertainty, trusting that every step you take, whether it leads to success or a lesson, is moving you forward. Fear thrives in the realm of imagination. It projects worst-case scenarios and magnifies risks, creating a distorted picture of reality. But when you confront fear with action, it begins to dissolve. The act of trying, even if it leads to failure, is often far less painful than the torment of avoiding action altogether. Releasing the fear of failure requires that you focus on the present moment, taking one step at a time instead of becoming paralyzed by the enormity of what could go wrong. To overcome this fear, it is also crucial to cultivate self-compassion. Many fear failure because they are overly critical of themselves, harshly judging their mistakes and shortcomings. But self-compassion creates the space for growth, allowing you to view failure as a natural and necessary part of the journey. When you treat yourself with kindness and understanding, you build the resilience to keep moving forward, even in the face of setbacks. Another powerful way to release the fear of failure is to reframe it as experimentation. Life is not a pass or fail test, it is an ongoing process of discovery. Each attempt you make is an experiment, a way of gathering information and refining your approach. When you view life through this lens, failure becomes less intimidating. It is no longer something to avoid, but an integral part of exploring your potential and expanding your horizons. The fear of failure can also be diminished by focusing on your why. Why are you pursuing this goal? Why is this desire important to you? When your sense of purpose is clear and deeply felt, it overshadows the fear of temporary setbacks. Your commitment to your vision becomes stronger than your fear of falling short, empowering you to take bold action regardless of the risks. Releasing the fear of failure does not mean eliminating fear altogether, it means changing your relationship with it. Fear may still arise, but it no longer controls you. Instead, it becomes a signal that you are stepping outside your comfort zone, which is exactly where growth occurs. Each time you face a fear and act anyway, you diminish its power, proving to yourself that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Failure, when embraced, becomes a source of strength. It builds resilience, sharpens your focus, and deepens your understanding of what it takes to succeed. Every failure contains the seeds of future success, but you must be willing to plant them. The only true failure is the refusal to try, the decision to remain stuck in fear rather than taking a step toward your dreams. To release the fear of failure is to free yourself to create, to grow, and to achieve in ways you never thought possible. Persistence is the bridge between intention and manifestation. It is the unwavering commitment to your vision. Even when obstacles appear, doubts creep in, or progress seems slow. To persist is to recognize that the power of your vision lies in your ability to hold it firmly in your mind and heart, no matter the circumstances. The world may test your resolve, but every challenge you face is an invitation to deepen your belief and sharpen your focus. Your vision is like a seed planted in fertile soil. It does not sprout and bear fruit overnight. It requires nurturing, patience, and consistent care. Many abandon their visions because they mistake delays for denial, not realizing that persistence is the energy that allows the seed to grow. When you persist, you align your actions with your desires, demonstrating that you trust in the process and the inevitable unfolding of your goals. Persistence is not about forcing outcomes or resisting the natural flow of life. It is about staying true to your vision while remaining open to the infinite ways it can manifest. The path to your desires may not always be linear, and detours may arise, but persistence keeps you anchored in the certainty that what you seek is already on its way. It is a declaration that no matter how the journey unfolds, you will remain steadfast in your pursuit. Obstacles are a natural part of any worthwhile endeavor. They test your commitment and provide opportunities for growth. When you encounter resistance, it is not a sign to give up, it is a sign to press on with even greater determination. Every setback carries a lesson, every delay a deeper insight. To persist is to see these moments not as barriers but as stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to your vision. The power of persistence lies in its consistency. It is not about grand gestures or sporadic bursts of effort. It is about showing up every day with a clear intention and taking aligned actions. Small, consistent steps compound over time, creating momentum that propels you forward. Even when progress feels invisible, persistence ensures that you are laying the foundation for the breakthroughs to come. Doubt is one of the greatest adversaries of persistence. It whispers that your efforts are in vain, that your vision is unrealistic, or that success is reserved for others. But doubt is merely a reflection of your current perspective, not an absolute truth. To persist is to choose faith over doubt, to trust in the unseen forces working in your favor. Your vision is not meant to be abandoned at the first sign of difficulty. It is meant to be nurtured with unwavering belief. Persistence also requires resilience. It is the ability to bounce back from failures, to adapt when plans go awry, and to keep moving forward despite challenges. Resilience is built through experience, through the willingness to face adversity and emerge stronger. Each time you persist through difficulty, you prove to yourself that you are capable of overcoming any obstacle, reinforcing your commitment to your vision. Another crucial aspect of persistence is clarity. A vague or uncertain vision will falter under pressure, but a clear and compelling vision becomes a source of strength. When you know exactly what you want and why it matters to you, persistence becomes natural. Your why fuels your determination, reminding you of the purpose behind your efforts. This clarity acts as a compass, guiding you through challenges and keeping you aligned with your goals. To persist in your vision is also to cultivate patience. Manifestation is not always immediate, and the timeline is often beyond your control. Impatience can lead to frustration, but patience allows you to trust in divine timing. When you persist with patience, you release the need for immediate results and focus instead on the journey, finding joy and fulfillment in every step. Persistence is a practice of self-mastery. It requires discipline to stay focused, courage to face challenges, and a deep belief in your ability to create the life you desire. It is not about waiting for external validation or guarantees of success. It is about trusting yourself and your vision fully. When you persist, you align with the energy of inevitability, becoming a powerful co-creator of your reality. As you persist in your vision, you cultivate a mindset of abundance and possibility. You begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles, and you recognize that every experience, whether pleasant or challenging, is part of the unfolding of your desires. Persistence transforms your vision from a fleeting idea into a lived reality, demonstrating the incredible power of unwavering commitment. Gratitude is a state of being that aligns you with abundance. It is not merely a response to what you already have, but a powerful tool to draw more of what you desire into your life. When you express gratitude for what is yet to come, you affirm your faith in the unseen, declaring that your vision is already taking form. This practice transforms hope into certainty and anticipation into realization. Gratitude becomes the bridge between your current reality and the reality you are creating. The energy of gratitude resonates at the frequency of fulfillment. When you are grateful for what you have yet to receive, you shift your focus from lack to abundance. Instead of longing or desperation, you emit the vibration of already having your desires. This vibration communicates to the universe that you trust the process, that you believe in the inevitability of your manifestation, and that you are ready to receive. Gratitude for what is yet to come is not about pretending or ignoring your current circumstances. It is about recognizing the power of your imagination and aligning your emotions with the outcome you seek. When you visualize your goals and feel genuine gratitude for their realization, you create an internal state that mirrors the reality you wish to experience. This alignment accelerates the manifestation process, drawing your desires closer with every grateful thought and feeling. The act of expressing gratitude for the future requires faith. It challenges you to trust in what you cannot yet see, to believe in the unseen forces working in your favor. This faith is not blind optimism, it is a deep knowing that the universe responds to the energy you project. When you embody gratitude for what is coming, you act as a co-creator of your reality, participating actively in the unfolding of your desires. Gratitude is also an antidote to fear and doubt. These emotions arise when you focus on what you lack or worry about what might go wrong. Gratitude shifts your attention to what is possible, replacing fear with confidence and doubt with assurance. When you are grateful for the fulfillment of your desires, you dissolve resistance and open yourself to receive. Gratitude becomes a shield that protects your vision from the negativity of limiting beliefs. Another powerful aspect of gratitude for what is yet to come is its ability to anchor you in the present moment. While your gratitude is directed toward the future, the act of feeling it happens now. This creates a profound sense of peace and contentment, allowing you to enjoy the journey rather than fixating solely on the destination. Gratitude reminds you that the process of manifesting is as valuable as the manifestation itself. The practice of gratitude also deepens your connection to your vision. It transforms your desires from abstract ideas into felt realities. When you express gratitude for your goals, as though they are already achieved, you strengthen your emotional connection to them, making them more vivid and tangible. This emotional intensity fuels your persistence, keeping you aligned with your vision, even in the face of challenges. Gratitude for what is yet to come also invites opportunities and solutions. When you approach life with an attitude of gratitude, you create a mindset of openness and receptivity. You become more attuned to the possibilities around you, noticing resources, connections, and inspirations that can help you realize your goals. Gratitude acts like a magnet, attracting the people, circumstances, and ideas that align with your desires. This form of gratitude also fosters resilience. When you trust that your desires are on their way, you are less likely to be discouraged by temporary setbacks. Gratitude provides the perspective to see challenges as part of the process, not as signs of failure. It empowers you to keep moving forward, knowing that every step brings you closer to your vision. Gratitude for what is yet to come also elevates your sense of self-worth. By affirming that you are worthy of your desires and thanking the universe in advance, you dissolve any lingering doubts about your ability to achieve your goals. Gratitude reinforces your belief in your own power, reminding you that you are a capable and deserving creator of your reality. Through gratitude, you align with the principle that creation begins within. Your external reality is a reflection of your internal state. And when your internal state is one of gratitude and fulfillment, your external reality must shift to match it. Gratitude for what is yet to come allows you to live in the energy of your desired future, embodying it fully before it appears. This practice is not just an exercise in positive thinking, it is a transformative act of faith, intention, and creation. The journey toward your desires is as significant as their attainment. To celebrate only the destination is to overlook the beauty, growth, and transformation that occur along the way. The path you walk is where your inner world is shaped, your resilience is tested, and your character is refined. Celebrating your journey means acknowledging every step, no matter how small, and recognizing that each moment contributes to the unfolding of your vision. When you celebrate your journey, you shift your focus from a fixation on the end result to an appreciation of the present. It is easy to become consumed by the idea of arriving and to tie your sense of fulfillment solely to the achievement of your goals. However, this mindset can lead to frustration and dissatisfaction, especially when progress feels slow. By embracing the journey, you allow yourself to experience joy and contentment now, rather than deferring them to some distant point in the future. The journey is where life happens. It is where you learn, grow, and discover the depths of your potential. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve and expand your understanding. Each success, no matter how minor, is a victory worth celebrating. When you honor the process, you cultivate a sense of gratitude for the experiences that shape you into the person capable of achieving your dreams. Celebrating your journey also keeps you motivated. Long-term goals can sometimes feel overwhelming, and focusing solely on the destination can lead to burnout. By breaking the journey into smaller milestones and celebrating each one, you create a sense of momentum and accomplishment. Every step forward, no matter how incremental, becomes a source of encouragement, propelling you closer to your ultimate vision. The journey is also where your desires begin to manifest in ways you might not initially recognize. It is in the process of striving, learning, and growing that you start to align with the energy of your vision. Each action you take and each lesson you learn brings you into greater harmony with your goals. Celebrating these moments reinforces your belief in the process and strengthens your commitment to your path. By celebrating your journey, you also cultivate self-compassion. It is natural to encounter setbacks, make mistakes, or face moments of doubt. Rather than judging yourself harshly for these experiences, celebrating your journey allows you to see them as valuable parts of the process. You recognize that growth is not always linear, and that every experience, whether pleasant or challenging, contributes to your evolution. Celebrating your journey means being present in the now. While it is important to keep your eyes on your vision, it is equally vital to immerse yourself in the experiences of the present moment. Each day brings opportunities to learn, connect, and create. When you celebrate your journey, you open your heart to the richness of life, finding joy and meaning in the seemingly ordinary moments that make up your path. The act of celebration also amplifies the energy of success. When you celebrate your progress, you signal to the universe that you are aligned with abundance and fulfillment. This energy attracts more of the same, creating a positive feedback loop that accelerates your manifestation. Celebration is a declaration that you are already living in the vibration of your desires, even as they continue to unfold. Celebrating your journey also strengthens your resilience.it, reminds you that progress is being made, even when the destination feels far away. By acknowledging how far you have come, you gain the perspective and confidence to keep moving forward. Each celebration becomes a reminder of your capability and a testament to your determination. The journey is not a distraction from your destination. It is the foundation upon which your success is built. Every challenge overcome, every lesson learned, and every effort made is a vital part of the process. When you celebrate your journey, you honor the entirety of your experience, recognizing that the path itself is as valuable as the goal. This perspective also deepens your connection to your vision. Rather than seeing it as a distant or abstract idea, celebrating your journey brings your vision to life in the present. It allows you to embody the energy of success now, making the realization of your desires a natural and inevitable extension of your experience. By embracing and celebrating your journey, you transform the act of striving into a joyful and fulfilling expression of your highest potential. As you step into the fullness of your potential, remember that the journey to wild success is not just about external achievements, it is about the transformation of your inner world. Success begins with the clarity of your vision, the boldness of your assumptions, and the courage to act on your deepest desires. It requires releasing fear, persisting with unwavering faith, and celebrating every step along the way. Your power lies in your ability to shape your reality through thought, emotion, and deliberate action. When you dare to embody gratitude for what is yet to come and honor the process of becoming, you align with the infinite possibilities that life holds. Success is not something you chase, it is something you become. The energy you hold within you creates the circumstances around you. When you choose to see yourself as a powerful creator, to persist in your vision, and to celebrate the unfolding of your dreams, you unlock a life of limitless potential. Embrace the journey, trust in your ability to manifest, and know that while success is not only possible, it is inevitable when you fully claim it. Now is the time to believe in yourself, to act boldly, and to move forward with confidence. The seeds of greatness are already within you, and the world is ready to reflect the brilliance you choose to embody. Step forward, knowing that your success is already written in the fabric of your being.